Chapter 1. Easy listening. Dawn's first light filtered into my one-room apartment, shedding its glow on the sanctuary of my life, my gaming rig. Perched on my cluttered desk was the latest addition to my collection, a VR headset that promised a world of escape. Escape from not only the monotonous life of a software engineer, but also the solitude that seemed to cling to me like a second skin. Most people would be out, engaging in their Saturday morning routines, meeting friends, lovers. But me, I was here, ensnared by lines of code, algorithms, the virtual worlds that didn't demand awkward conversation or the ability to comprehend the baffling nuances of social interactions. In reality, when it came to women, I was about as adept as a fish on land. My words always twisted into a clumsy mess. With a quick glance, a fleeting touch, they were as foreign to me as alien languages. But in the world of gaming, there, I could be anyone, I could do anything. And today, I had Vibe and Soul VR. Vibe and Soul VR was more than a game. It was the pinnacle of a generation's worth of technological breakthroughs. The music, far from being a mere background score, wove itself seamlessly into the very fabric of the game. As a dude who finds peace in the rhythm of a keyboard and the gritty world of gaming, this combination felt like a master DJ on the cusp of dropping a mix full of revelations. True next-gen stuff. The Neurostasis headset, the key to this reality, was a wonder of modern technology. On wearing it, you'd be lulled into a deep sleep, plunging into a lucid dream that felt so real it was like a second reality. This brilliant invention blurred the boundaries between the virtual and the tangible so exquisitely that one could hardly tell the difference. Slipping into the Neurostasis headset felt like a liberating metamorphosis, a freeing process that helped me shed the chains of my social apprehensions. Those were the demons that turned everyday interactions into unsolvable puzzles for a 30-year-old like me, struggling with my beer belly that seemed to have taken a liking to me, wrestling with the receding hairline that never failed to remind me of my ticking age, confronting my unclean, crooked teeth and perpetually grubby fingernails. Petty, nagging insecurities that would consume my mind on an average day. And yet, in the grand scheme of my life, these were non-issues. Why fuss over the physical when my days were spent lost in the digital world, my persona hidden behind the safety of my computer screen? The morning meetings were just a voice without a face, my image replaced with a cool animated picture of a wizard that served as my virtual visage during remote video conferences. These were the odd freedoms of my sequestered existence. And now, as I dove into the world of Vibe and Soul VR, I found myself elevated, my insecurities stripped away. The game didn't care about my looks or my lack of social finesse. Here, I was not a man with a receding hairline and a beer belly. Here, I had instant charisma, instant risk. As I eased into my chair, the stark reality of my 30th birthday began to fade into a whisper. The torrent of birthday wishes from the few online gaming pals I had, and the sparse relatives who still remembered me dwindled into the background. Their understanding of my hermit-like existence was apparent, opting for the impersonal touch of text messages and social media notifications over the traditional phone call they knew I would ignore. In a refreshing break from the norm, Vibe and Soul VR was there, all welcoming, ready to hook me into a dimension of unexplored beats. A symphony of sound reverberated around me, crafting a sonic spectacle that pronounced, "Welcome, Malik, to the limitless universe of Vibe and Soul VR." It was like a smooth beat, easing me into a lively, throbbing new reality. A reality that didn't give a damn about age or birthdays, only the crisp adrenaline rush of a brand new game. It was a safe space where I, Malik, could be bigging up myself with no apologies. A universe where the birthday candles weren't fizzling out, but sparking a fresh start. Today, I was feeling myself so heavy, even my 2D girlfriend might turn a pixelated shade of red. In a heartbeat, I found myself standing before an opulent castle, bathed in the celestial light of cosmic auroras. I could feel the rhythm of music pulsing under my feet, as alive and palpable as my racing heartbeat. Here, I wasn't the man fumbling with words in front of women. Here, I was simply Malik, the adventurer, soon to be wizard, I'm sure. The digital interface buzzed into existence before me, its sharp lines and pristine text forming a sleek, intuitive menu. Guided by my familiarity with gaming interface, I navigated through the pathways and reached the avatar selection stage. Each model spun with a captivating slow elegance on the holographic carousel, flaunting their unique allure. The first avatar option caught me in a tug of unabashed admiration. Damn, look at the abs on this minotaur. I found myself whispering. The behemoth stood tall and intimidating, his muscular physique seemingly chiseled from granite. A sinewy chest towered over his rock-hard abdominals, each segment a testament to his virtual brute strength. His burly arms pulsed with power, veins bulging under the mottled chestnut skin that looked incredibly detailed under the virtual lights. A metallic nose ring hung precariously between his flared nostrils, adding to his raw, untamed appeal. My gaze dropped lower, drawn by a pronounced bulge beneath the coarse fabric of his loincloth. I blinked. Well, they weren't kidding about the mature content. I mumbled, a smirk playing on my lips as I pondered the uncensored possibilities of this 18-plus game. But despite the allure of this muscular beast, I shook my head, brushing off the magnetic pull. Nah, I chuckled, flicking my finger to rotate the carousel. I've never been a fan of playing the tank role. Onward to the next avatar option. The carousel spun lazily to reveal the next avatar, a halfling rogue. A soft gasp escaped my lips as I took in her form. She had caramel-colored skin, warm and inviting under the virtual sunlight. Her body was petite, with a delicate frame with a generous waistline that cascaded into a rather voluptuous backside. Well, hello there, I found myself murmuring, taking in her lithe physique. She wore tight leather armor that accentuated every curve, defining the lean muscles underneath. Her small breasts were highlighted subtly under the dappled light. Even as an avatar, there was a certain allure that made my heart skip a virtual beat. Her lips were plump and lush, arranged in a tantalizing pout, while a cascade of long box braids flowed down her back, reflecting shades of deep amber and chestnut. A dagger spun effortlessly in her petite hand, displaying a skill that was almost hypnotic. I could be a girl, I mused aloud, my mind racing with the unusual yet intriguing possibilities. My avatar would feel everything, wouldn't it? Despite being a guy in real life, the prospect stirred a bizarre sense of excitement within me. I chewed on my lower lip, my gaze locked on the rogue. Then again, every girl character I flirt with could be a dude. I winced at the thought, my initial enthusiasm fizzling out. Not really my vibe to be sneaky, I finally decided, shaking my head as I flicked to the next avatar. The halfling gave one last twirl of her dagger before she blurred into a whirl of colors, making way for the final selection. A sigh of anticipation slid from my lips as the screen before me illuminated, revealing the ethereal figure of my chosen avatar, an elf mage. "Oh, there you are," I whispered, a smile tugging at the corners of my mouth, my heart thrumming with an excitement I hadn't felt since my last birthday cake. He stood there, his lithe silhouette radiating an intoxicating mix of tranquility and power. His robe, a shade of green so deep it was almost black, flowed around him like a quiet stream, whispering secrets of ancient forests and mythical creatures. The hat perched atop his head was a sight to behold, a perfect recreation of a wizard's hat that would send any Harry Potter fan into a fit of envious sobs. It held a quality of authenticity, a blend of whimsical charm, and a serious sense of arcane mastery. Underneath the shadowy brim of his hat, his face was partially obscured, revealing just enough to evoke a sense of wonder. His skin held a pale, luminous quality like moonlight-made flesh. Delicate, almost feminine features framed his striking azure eyes that burned with intense magic. The overall effect was bewildering, the mage possessing a certain ethereal beauty that would rival any Korean pop star. His visage hinted at the power he held, his hands adorned with glowing runes that pulsed and shimmered with raw magical energy. Perfection, I murmured to myself, enraptured by the sight. With a decisive nod, I affirmed to my empty room, yes, this is it. This is me. There was no doubt left in my mind. This elven mage, which I went ahead and named Yami, because who the hell wants the name Malik? Yes, Yami, which means darkness and obviously displays how cultured of a man I am, was my passport to the extraordinary, my gateway into reality unfettered by my usual constraints. Selecting this avatar felt like slipping into a second skin, a persona that was both me and yet so much more. The rush of potential, the thrill of adventure, and the enticing promise of untold stories were mine to wield, to shape as I saw fit. The final step was to confirm my selection, a task as simple as a thought with the headset's seamless mind interface technology. A prompt flashed, "Welcome, Yami," and I felt a familiar shiver of excitement pass through me. I was not just Malik anymore. I was the mysterious spellcaster Yami, the adventurer, the hero of my own epic. And so, I stepped into the vibrant realm of Vibe and Soul VR, ready to embark on my journey.